Well, I know it's common on internets, interwebs to have differences, put them in quotes, to gin up more views. This is not that, but I am like somewhat perplexed by the framing that Knife Hoarder did because I'm like, that wasn't exactly true, or it's being a little bit unfair. Now, given we're talking about Marisa and the Brett fraud machine, does it matter? Do details matter? Well, I mean, I guess, whatever. Do details really matter? But sometimes details do matter. And I think we should sometimes be careful with the details, but that's me. So what do I talk about? Well, I guess one is not really a major difference. It's a stylistic thing that he keeps calling her Grimace. I'm not quite getting the similarity. Grimace is like this purple character, and I'm like, I'm not getting the joke. Am I missing something? That Grimace is not like really thin. She's not really thin. I don't get the big joke. But anyway, but that's a more stylistic thing. That's not worth really talking about. That'd be like, whatever. But Knife Hoarder said that Marissa was uh, driven out of Scientology. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. So what happened is, and I think to my knowledge, because I was there when it happened, not like literally like there in the physical place, but this was kind of a major mistake that Aaron Smith-Levin did online, and it was in real time, so it was a little bizarre. So what happened is that Marissa contacted Aaron. Now, this is where I think she's being deceptive and said, guys, it was amazing. I contacted him. This is when Aaron was with the Aftermath Foundation. The Aftermath Foundation is now the Mike Rinder Foundation, which is getting the Aaron people all upset because that's his foundation. You stole my foundation. Okay, we're not going to relitigate that one. That'll be in another video. But yeah, that's also a little deceptive. But anyway, Aaron was working at the Aftermath, and Reese picked up the phone and found Uranus, and she's like, oh my God, a miracle. A friend I needed, a friend I got. And Aaron, being the good friend, took her information, used her as a source to expose various things in Scientology. And to my knowledge, some of this was confirmed that apparently somebody threw a fax machine at her. And again, seemed like a valid story. So, of course, from the gate, as they say, you're feeling a lot of sympathy for Marissa and think, oh my Lord, I need to help her. She's my Reese. She's my Reese's, right? And listen, I fell for it too. So this is kind of a confession time for me too. So that was true up to a point. But what happened is Aaron, being the genius that he is, used her full real name. So the Scientology people were like, well, we know who that is. They looked her up and it's like, that's you. And she was like, yep, that's me. And they're like, bye. And so that's the story that happened. And again, listen, I get it. And I'm not disagreeing with his main point that, she's evil, she's a liar, she's a grifter, and she's perhaps a little dangerous. And 9 out of 10 times she is going to deceive you. That's all true. However, it's not fair to really attack her on that point, right? Because again, unless you think this was a massive long con that Aaron planned to get her out of Scientology, and then she planned to work with him to create a new YouTube lifestyle, whatever. No, that's not fair. I mean, it does seem like Aaron messed up. It is indicative of Aaron's character more than hers, that he is just not trustworthy, because it could have gone bad. It could have gone real bad. I mean, again, for the most part, Scientology is a joke. It's not dangerous. It's not lethal. But sometimes it is. Sometimes these people will not just take your money, right? Most people just get the scandals are they take money, they're not paying people properly. It's a scam. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes Scientology is extremely dangerous. Sometimes. Now, the SPTV people pump up the danger level on almost everything, so it begins to seem a little silly. However, there are times that Scientology can be very brutal. It can be very brutal. So it could have ended up in a really bad situation where they said, you know what? No, we're not going to kick you out. We're just going to lock you in this, prison complex for a couple months. Yeah, we're going to do that to you. But it's like she got lucky because, again, she's pretty well off. Like, her family is not super rich. But she just calmly let out that her father probably gave Scientology, again, over the course of a lifetime, all right, let's be careful, over a whole lifetime, millions of dollars. So this is not a poor homeless woman who is scratching a living, although she keeps pretending like, guys, I just feel cold. Don't you feel cold? I just need a big blanket. You have like tens of thousands of dollars of disposable income. You're making money from YouTube. You're making money from sponsorships. You're okay. And she's making money from her Zoom call, whatever, that grift. You're doing okay. If you need a blanket, I don't know, there's a thing called online shopping. But she's like crying for herself saying, no, Scoville ruined it. Oh, how did Brett? Oh my God, guys, he made me run up $4,000 in debt in my credit card. It's bad. It's bad. Well, let's do the simple mathematics. Her ex-husband, and this is verified, not speculating. If you want me to find the actual receipt, this happened, right? Because they recently got divorced. He gave her nearly $50,000. I think the precise amount is $45,000. We're not including the tons of gifts that Jeff has blessed her over the years. So, he's given her quite literally tens of thousands of dollars over the course of their relationship. And she's still like, how am I going to survive? It's $4,000 in debt, guys. Well, I don't know if you have 45 in cash, immediate cash, not to mention her own savings, 45 plus the probable savings, plus probably what she gets from the internets. We're talking a healthy, probable $100,000. We don't know the precise amount. Let's make it like $90,000. Let's see. You subtract $4,000. You got $86,000 left. Oh, and by the way, say, well, that's not all cash. Some that's in dresses and rings and yada, yada. This is a woman who's used to selling things. She's been caught red-handed selling a lot of goods. Like, her fans give her a ton of stuff. What does she do? She sells it. She sells this stuff. So, like, there is so much excess material. We can just see it for ourselves. She's got dresses and clothes. She's got tons of extra material. So this is not a woman who's going to have trouble, like, find some stuff, sell it off, make a little bit of easy cash. It's not going to be a problem for her. But she's still like, guys, I'm just so feeling sorry for myself. But I will say, one of her recent streams, because she's actually becoming more productive, which is weird for her, where she went about her childhood and a snake and things like that. I was like, all right, she's getting closer to reality. I have to say that. So she's becoming more honest recently. So I'm like, something's cooking. Something's cooking, because she's like, guys, I need more people now. Because last year she was like, guys, you can leave. No one's holding you. Guys, you can leave. Bye-bye. But now she's like, guys, I need more people. So I'm guessing something's brewing in the kitchen where I'm like, because now she's like, guys, I may do Scientology now. Because you can be really critical of her, and I have been, but one thing about her is that she really didn't do what the other channels did. She really was, yes, she was in SPTV, but she didn't really follow their format, because they just go on and on about Scientology ruined everything. Everything. Guys, I can't breathe. I can't sleep. I can barely walk. I was in Scientologies. Oh my God. How do I survive every day? Oh my gods. Oh my gods. Please give me the monies. I need money every single second. How will I survive? If you give me the money, everything, the survivor is the children. It's like, it's like, you'd think every waking moment, you think they suffered the worst trauma in the universe. Like they're victims of a genocide or something. It's like, no, I mean, sometimes it's like they were benefiting. You weren't hurt at all. And they're like, oh, so tough to leave. You literally just left. The vast majority of these people at SPTV, that's all you did. You just left. like you were in like some prison complex and you were scaling walls or something. Like, barely with an inch of my life. Oh no. Oh God. Oh God. How did I get through the gunfire? Oh my Lord. And dozens of security guards. No, like Claire and Mark Headley, you know what? They had their own apartment outside of Scientology. These are people who were not physically restrained. Like Nora's story, yeah, that's true. That's very rare. Most of the SPTV people, that's it. They're like, here's the door. Bye. You want to leave? We're not going to stop you. We got your money. See ya. We're done. This is this is a lot of fantasies that they're selling to you. But anyway, so yeah, but I would have to say she's recently become more factual. So I'm getting a little worried because for the most part, it was Fantasy Island for about a year and a half recently. So I'm like, what is she up to? Why is she becoming more truthful now? I don't know. But I will say she's still being very deceptive because now, guys, Scientology is evil. Last year, she was like, Scientology is actually pretty good. And Scientologists would never lie to you. And now she's like, it's pure evil. Okay? But the Jesters are more evil. Okay? How are the Jesters, which is just a social club. She's making it say, the Jesters are super evil because, you know, it's sex. Men and women have sex and money is involved. Right. Does she not know that prostitution is legalized in Germany? Like, there are entire countries. That's not even a thing, stupid. This is not, again, Reese, yes. Marissa's a little isolated. She's not that isolated. Does she not know Germany exists? Is she like Nora? She thinks entire countries don't exist because she doesn't want them to exist anymore? Is that where we're going? We're going down the Nora path. We'll just slice off big parts of the earth or history. That never happened. But anyway, so that's her big thing with the Jesters is men have sex with women's. Scientology, it's not that, guys. It's not one big party. No. It's evil, but it's not like a big party evil. Okay. Well, I'm not having too much faith in the new Reese. I guess the new Reese will be Martin Luther King Jr. Reese, Marissa. So now it's Marissa Luther King. Right. Well, I'm skeptical, but she is being a little bit more factual, so I have to be critical of Knife Warrior there. She is telling a little bit more of the truth this time. Why? I don't know. I don't like it. I'm getting actually nervous, but we'll see where this goes.